3D printing has taken the internet by storm, and you've probably seen these epic 3D printed models all over social media and thought, wow, that's rocket science, right? But what if I told you it's actually simpler and way more fun than you imagined? In this beginner guided 3D printing, I'll walk you through unboxing, assembly, finding a good model, slicing it, printing, and finally taking your fresh creation out of the printer. Ready to see just how easy this is? Let's jump in. When you first get your 3D printer, it can feel like opening a treasure chest. There's so much potential in that box. The smell of fresh plastic parts and the shiny new build plate can really get your creativity flowing. But if you're worried that you will be lost in a maze of parts, cables, and wires, don't sweat it. Most beginner-friendly 3D printers come partially assembled. Just follow the step-by-step instructions, tighten a few screws here, connect a couple of cables there, and you are good to go. And while assembling it, just make sure that all the belts are properly tensioned and that any moving parts is sliding smoothly. A quick check now will save you a lot of troubleshooting later. And did you know that in 2025, the number of 3D printers sold worldwide is projected to be double compared to 2020? That's because they're getting easier to use every day. People of all ages, from school to hobbyists, are jumping on board. So maybe it's time for you to jump on board as well. You've got your printer set up, now it's time to decide what to print. And the possibilities here are endless. You can go practical with some phone stands, cable organizers, some mods to your 3D printers, or you can go purely decorative with cool figurines and artistic sculptures. And here's a very common beginner dilemma. With so many choices, how do you even pick your first model without getting overwhelmed? And in my opinion, hold your anxiety a little bit and start with something simple, like a test cube, or even a cute model with an interesting feature like this little monkey that I have over here that is available at STLFLIX. There are many amazing websites to find STLs, free and paid. But with that overwhelming amount of options, it's very helpful to have some sort of curation. STLFLIX, for example, has an incredible library with over 2,500 premium models, plus slicing tips for some of these models to help the beginners like you. We release 3 fresh new drops of content every week, which is a great way to keep things fun and high quality. If you're a beginner, focus on models labeled easy to print, or those with fewer support requirements, which in STLFLIX, they are very easy to find. And whenever you're browsing for models, check the makes of those models. Usually, if a model is easy to print and it's good to print, it has a lot of makes. So that can kind of tell you that a lot of people is actually successful printing those models, and it's a good idea for you to check those as well. Up next, we have the slicing, which is basically telling the printer how to build the object that you wish to build layer by layer. But this is where most new users get stuck, thinking they need an engineering degree to figure it out. Terms like layer height, infill density, retraction can sound very intimidating. But relax, slicing softwares like Orca Slicer, Prusa Slicer, Bamboo Studio, they all have some sort of default settings based on the quality that you wish to achieve in that print. So it can either be fine, default, or a rough model with 0.3mm layer height, for example. Just pick a default one, slice it, as simple as that, and see what comes out on the other side. If you're picking a good model that is simple to print, these settings are more than enough to get your first printer done. So try that and see how it goes. And if you're coming from STLFLIX, every model has a little open in button that you can click and then pick the slicer that you used to use. So let's do Bamboo Studio in this example, and you will end up in this model that is already positioned in the build plate with the colors that we colored previously. But in your first print, I recommend you to do a single color print. We're going to be talking about multicolor printing in the future, but right now, single color is what we're doing. So you're going to go on objects and then click on your object, click in this little paint bucket on the top, and then erase all painting. This is going to give your model a single color finish, and you're going to print it, and it's going to end up just like this one that we have over here. If you want a bit more control, you can tweak the settings. You can go on the infill and put more density on it, or you can go on the layer height, change the layer height to give it more details or less details depending on what you want to achieve. More details is going to give you a longer print time, and less details is going to give you a faster print with a little bit less accuracy, but still it's going to be pretty decent. Now, before we go into actually printing, you need to insert the filament. And filament is something that a lot of people had a lot of different opinions about it. My opinion, if you're a beginner, stick with PLA. It's going to be incredibly good for the majority of applications out there. But the first one is, what advice would you give to someone that is starting 3D printing today?
Stick with PLA.
Cool one. If you really cannot achieve the objective that you want using PLA, then you can think about changing to a different filament. But for now, stick with the PLA. It's going to be the best choice for you, I guarantee. And talking about filaments, again, if you're an STLFLIX subscriber, we do have filament discounts for every subscriber, and you can also purchase the exact same filaments that we used on the models that we print and put out there. So if you want to check that out, go to our website and see how that works. Now comes the most exciting part, actually printing. But here's the thing, 3D printing takes time. Depending on the size and complexity of the model that you wish to print, it could take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours or maybe a few days. And this, believe me, it's perfectly normal. However, keep an eye on that first layer. If the first layer is successful, the rest of your print, there's a big chance that it will be successful as well. Because this is like the foundation. If it's well laid up, the next layers are gonna be on top of that one. If they're really well stuck together, it's going to be a successful print, even if it takes hours or days. Just make sure that you do have that first layer really well done, and then you can chill and wait until the print is finished. So make sure that your print battle is level and clean. Sometimes even oils from your fingers can interfere with the adhesion. So use isopropyl alcohol, perhaps some soap, and clean your print surface. It can be a PI sheet like what we have here, the glass, it doesn't matter. Just make sure it's clean, because this is going to be extra important to keep that adhesion that you need in the first layer. Even though it's not standard, some printers now have built-in cameras, so you can watch your print from your phone, or you can even create some time lapses, which are really cool to post online. But the main use for it is look at it and see if your printer is still running and working fine. Your 3D print is done, congratulations. There's nothing like the moment when you first look at a model that you printed, something that you've been imagining, you can actually hold it in your hands and see if it actually looks like what you imagined. But be careful, removing it from the build plate can be a pain. If you rush into it, you might damage both the printer and the printer bed. So just make sure it cools down a little bit, especially if you're using a PEI sheet, which makes it really easy for you to just remove it. But if you don't, you can use a spatula or even a special removal tool. Gently wedge it under the printer and it should pop right off. Take your time. The goal is a clean release without a wrapping or cracking your masterpiece. If it's really stuck, let the bed cool down for a little bit and then try again, and take your time, don't rush into it. So we have unboxed, assembled, found the model, sliced, inserted our filament, printed, and removed our creation from the build plate. There's a lot of different steps and a lot of skills that you need to learn in a short period of time. So if you're able to do all that, congratulations, because this is going to be a skill that you will take better over time. You might not get a perfect print the very first time, and that is totally okay. 3D printing is a skill, and each print is a chance to learn. And this is specifically why we built STL Academy, a platform with courses dedicated to the challenges you will face in your 3D printing journey. Want to become better at 3D printing? Check out Print Like a Pro. Want to be an amazing entrepreneur printing for profit? Try the Zero to Revenue. We've got you covered. So stick with it and have fun experiment. Every new model that you print is something new that you are able to learn and thus become better at 3D printing. In no time, you'll be printing very complex models, knowing exactly what you need to do for it to be successful and look good after it's finished. And if you found this first video helpful, hit that like button and stay tuned for the next episode in our beginner's guide to 3D printing in 2025. We'll dive deeper into filament options, slicer settings, multicolor printing, and much more. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. See you soon, happy printing!